Hello everyone and welcome to Puffy Live. Today I was going to do a whole video, about a 20-minute or so video on how to cold approach someone that's in your sphere that's not a coworker, but because a warm approach, not a coworker, a warm approach to a coworker is a very delicate thing. So I was going to do how to warm approach somebody, say at the gym, say at the church, say at, a social setting or group. How to warm approach somebody. But blank that! Because look, 1,000 subscribers, excuse me. Holla! So today I'm going to just do a real quick rundown of what you do when something big like this happens, especially in front of people who you want to respect. Now, I want you to know I'm going to celebrate. I right here have my banana and my bottle of water. You can't see it, but it's water. Trust me. And it's Arrowhead water, in fact. And I'm going to take the banana and the Arrowhead water and party like it's 1999. But until I finish this, I'm going to say when something big like this happens, and this is pretty big to me because this is my first step to 1 million followers on YouTube. And all I need is 999,900 and whatever it is to go. And yes, I am not good at math. I'm also dyslexic, so that's why a lot of times you can't understand what I'm writing. But I have a banana and a bottle of water, and we're going to party. So now that I did that, why am I bringing this up? It's because this is so important. When you're around women and men too, but this. I always try to give dating advice. When something big happens like this, always act like you've been there. Now you can tell your buddies, and if you have a real close female in your world, tell them. But the rest of them, you just gotta let them find out on their own. I will tell you what happened 3 days ago. A friend of mine, I think I told this story already, but this is a good time to bring it back. A friend of mine who I've known, he's a club promoter just like me in Vegas. By the way, if you guys want to go to the strip club, hit me up on IG. Freedom right there, entry, and just buy a couple of drinks. Anyway, hit me up on Instagram. And he walked up to me, and I had never once mentioned to him what I do. And he said, I just saw your YouTube channel. You are phenomenal. So, that being said, what the point of this is, always act like you've been there. Always act like you know what you're talking about. So, when something big happens, such as you buy a new car, or you get a big house, or you get a promotion, and there's a woman that you are interested in, remember, act like you've been there. It will impress her. It's another form of preselection. It's like I was saying yesterday, when you see a beautiful woman, pretend like you forget her name. It always works. Because when you show a person that it's no big deal that you got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, it also shows that you also have 13,000 subscribers on TikTok, or maybe 1 million. Or you got so many other things going on. This is just one more thing. It's the old adage. Everyone wants to sit at the cool person's table. So if you act like, oh yeah, I got my 1,000 subs, no biggie, because, I got so much other things going on, like all those other things that they don't know about. It will intrigue them. It will interest them. It will make them see you as a higher valuable of a person. I don't know what the percentage of people get 1,000 followers on YouTube, but I'm sure it's not 100%. Now, second thing. Once you acknowledge it, then you have to now you have to know this has nothing to do with dating. This is just me. Now that I know I've gotten this far, now the real work must be done. So from this point forward, I'm going to work 10 times harder to bring you good content, to bring more content. As I get money, as I start getting donations, I will buy better equipment. I will get faster. I admire two shows very much. Whether you agree with their content or not, I'm not going to say the names of the shows, but I'm going to say that they both have teams that help them. That's why they put out thousands and thousands and thousands of videos since they started. And both of these channels are relatively new. I think neither one is older than 2 years or 3 years. But they have help, and I will get help. So that way I can push out better content. Now I'm going to make this real short because, like I said, I have my banana and my bottle of water. So I'm going to celebrate my great, great day. And tomorrow I'll be back and I'll do my how to warm approach a person in your sphere that's not. But before I go, I want to thank some people who have helped me. Hello. I want to thank some people who have helped me. Okay? And this is real. Number one, I'd like to thank the Snako. He saw I did an interview with another content creator I'm going to name in a minute. And he sent me some back and forth. And he even called me. I even talked to him on the phone. I would like to thank the Snako. If y'all don't know who he is, he has a huge channel with 1 million followers. Very controversial. But I've never actually watched his content. I really haven't. But I do admire what he's accomplished at such a young age. Second, I want to Kevin Walder. He's also a content creator, and he also was my first interview ever. I was walking down the strip, and he was interviewing people, and he said, "Do I know anything about PUAs?" And I said, "Well, have a seat." And he posted me. And that was the first interview I ever had posted. And he's given me advice over the years. And I want to send out to him. He is a great, great guy. And I wish his channel much luck. And maybe one day we'll do a collab. The third content creator, and the most important to me, is his name is Complicated. He has a pretty decent sized channel also. And he's the reason why I got into it. He also is based in Vegas, and I see him on the strip all the time, and I used to go around with him. And he interviewed me, and it was the best reviewed interview he ever had. I would say over hundreds of comments, and 75% of them told me to get a channel. 6 weeks later, I had this. And I want to send out to him. There's a particular, well, you know who you are. Okay, so now I would like to name my close friend of mine. We've been friends since we were 10 years old. This man is a great dude. He's been with his wife for almost, good Lord, well over 20 years. His name is Tashambi Dean. And I talk to him a couple times a week, and he gives me that real. He tells me what I don't want to hear. He tells me what I need to hear, like a true friend does. And then I like to thank another friend. His name is Darren. I'm not going to give last names of these guys, so I'm not going to put nobody in blast, but I want them to know how I appreciated their help. He tells it to me. I don't think he's ever given me one good feedback ever. Everything he's ever told me is basically not good. I need to improve. And you know what? Those two have made my channel better. And I appreciate them, and I want to send shout out to them. I also want to send out shout outs to my close friends and my family members. I appreciate your help too. And finally, the most important person or people is the P-Fam. P-Fam, I love you all. I would have nothing without you. You have done nothing but help me. I promise you to thank you. I will create much, much better content. Please trust me. Everyone, if you come to Vegas, DM me, follow, like, subscribe. 1 million followers on YouTube before I turn 50 in 2 years. Now I got my banana and I got my water, and I'm going to have a good time. Peace!